Hey guys, E10 here from Sunbros, and today we're knocking out another hero quick look video, the first one in quite a while, and we're going to be discussing Wybaneth. Wybaneth is a tank warrior, and his main component is control. As you guys can see on the right side of the screen here, his constitution, attack damage, ability damage, and difficulty are all right about mid-tier. Wybaneth's passive is Natural Affinity. Wybaneth regenerates 32 HP and 10 mana every second for 5 seconds while standing in brushes, with a 15-second cooldown, but the effect immediately stops if Wybaneth is attacked during regeneration. Wybaneth's first ability is Wicked Thorns. Wybaneth extends his limbs, dealing damage and reducing enemy movement speed. After Wybaneth hits enemies 5 times with any ability, a hit is counted twice if it lands on an enemy hero. This ability becomes Redwood Rush. With Redwood Rush, Wybaneth gains a shield with 8% of his max HP and charges forward, dealing physical damage and knocking enemies back. Wybaneth's second ability is Branching Out. Wybaneth deals 240 physical damage to all enemies in an area in front of him and gathers them towards the center. If his ability hits 2 or more enemies at once, they take 50% additional damage and are stunned for 1 second. Wybaneth's ultimate is Nature's Realm. Wybaneth goes into a slumber, gains a shield with 20% max of his max HP points immediately, and creates a zone around himself, reducing the movement speed of enemies inside the zone by 60%. Wybaneth is immune to control effects while in its slumber, and summons seeds to strike enemies inside the zone up to 20 times, dealing physical damage. If the seeds hit an enemy hero, Wybaneth is healed for 2% of its max HP. Every enemy units are stunned for 1 second if they're hit by seeds 8 times. Alright, now we're going to be moving on to Wybaneth's pros and cons, discussing his strengths and weaknesses. Alright guys, first we're going to be discussing Wybaneth's pros. These are his strengths and the things that make him a good hero. His first pro is that he has decent crowd control. The second portion of his first ability, Wicked Thorns, Redwood Rush, gives Wybaneth a shield and also has him charge forward, knocking back enemies. It's very similar to Thane's charge and knockback ability. Very good amount of crowd control from that. His second ability, Branching Out, when he hits 2 or more enemies in there, they take additional damage and are stunned for 1 second. And then of course his ultimate slows everyone in that side of that circle by 60%. And then if they get hit by 8 or more seeds, they get stunned for 1 second. So he can actually kind of lock people in crowd control there. It's pretty legit. His second pro is his great survivability. From his passive, where he gains 32 HP and 10 mana every 5 seconds while he's standing in brush, to his ultimate, his second ability, that gives him Branching Out, which gives him his ultimate, which gives him a 20% max HP shield. And then when he does Redwood Rush, he gains a shield of 8% max HP. And then on again to the ultimate, where he regenerates health every time he hits somebody with a seed. Survivability is great. He has 2 really good shields and 2 really good ways to regenerate health throughout the game. So his survivability and his sustainability is really good because of those reasons. And then his third pro is going to be that he's very strong early game. When Wybaneth gets to level 4 especially, he is very strong at that stage in the game. When his ultimate is really a cut above everyone else's ultimate at that point in the game, and he can really be a big difference maker early. Now we're going to be moving on to his cons, which are his weaknesses and things that will hold him back from being dominating in a game. His first con is that his abilities are really slow and they're easy to dodge, and that really goes for all of them. They're mostly easily dodgeable abilities, and if they're not that easy to dodge, like the first part of Wicked Thorns where he just hits people with his limbs, isn't really easy to dodge, but it also doesn't really do that much damage and isn't really that big of a difference maker. Redwood Rush, the second part of his first ability, is quite a bit slower and can be pretty easy to predict and dodge. And then same with his second ability, Branching Out, where he hits everything in front of him. That can be fairly easy to dodge, but again, even if it's not dodge, it's not really a huge difference maker. And his ultimate has a pretty long charge up time that makes it pretty easy to dodge as well. And all that kind of goes into the second point of Wybaneth, the second con, which is that he's easy to ignore. He's a hero whose the majority of Wyverneth's utility and usefulness is in his ultimate. If you get caught in his ultimate, you're in big trouble. But again, most of what he brings to the table is easy to dodge, and if the only thing that he brings is one ability, his ultimate, that makes him a hero that's mostly easy to ignore in team fights. Because if you dodge his ultimate, he's stuck there ulting for quite a while you're going at his teammates and killing them. Or you dodge that and his teammates back up and he's left there to die as soon as his ultimate is over. And then last but not least on the con side is that his ult is pretty much most of his kit. The other two abilities are okay, but they don't really bring enough to the table to be huge difference makers. His ult is the big time difference maker. And as we discussed, it's not hard to dodge or to avoid. So that is going to be the pros and cons of Wyverneth, and that is our hero quick look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We're going to be doing hero quick looks for all the heroes from Wyverneth all the way up until Hayate, the most recent hero to come out, and we're going to continue on with our course to make a hero quick look video for every hero here on out. Thanks for watching, guys, and as always, till next time.